my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atayi, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atayi was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack.
We should not vet in any answer. Chief Justice Vetino. Jai. Hey, Afenyo Markins. Any Mahama Ayariga. Jai. Omudia si ani se kutu se bam. Di asemwa. Was Afenyo NPP. Ana Mahama Ayariga NDC. They say NPP for any minority. Ana NDC ye majority. Nto omo duru jumpa. Na we na omo kwa kofa Chief Justice edi amo my Ghana. In the discussion cause we was here to na no ne busebusa no questions 1 or 2 no year no. Papa no din komo kra no. E no okobo so say atayi e kra case o my nipa 70 years. Na 70 years no the man atayi no. Na onim say atayi be ba bonti 70 years time de na wawuko na busua ho aton. Na so mo te court na omo kan che nkofo say omo nkwadam dase ni dase a omo san dwunu mabusua ho e san de ka ho.
You see, so I mean there are so many reasons. The magistrates, the judge, they are trained. They have this. The sentencing guidelines. They have them, but sometimes they have to go beyond it. In my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atayi, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atayi was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack. So by the time he comes back after 70 years, I will be dead and gone. So you see, then we are thinking about community service. Yes, there are some people who, if you give 3 years, 4 years, touch wood, if I am convicted and sentenced to 4 years in prison at Insawam, I may not eat prison food for even a day. I will have some people bring food to me. So if you want to make me feel the prison punishment, prison sentence, then maybe you should order me to go and do community service. Maybe around the place where I stole, or around the courts, that they'll see me, because punishments are not only for the person, the victim, or the person being punished, but to deter other people. So community sentences should be introduced, but that one is in your bosom. It's a law. That one will have to be taken up by you. Another way of decongesting the prisons is through the parole system.
Somewhere okay there. I don't know. I tell you, ni pay. I did almost say. Only I tell you, no kobo kro. No pia ba bonti ane nkofo say. Was all mine kro say tuane kano.
Yes. After 23 years, you've been acquitted and discharged. How does it feel?
I feel happy. I didn't say. It's a happy day to see your face. Me moto fita. She is a moto of Orom. And Uncle Phoebe, she is a moto of Mechen. Me case back no minimum and ameboa. Then I'm here, Joe Mamma, minimum the feeling.
And any point?
Aye.
Atai.
Minimum the feeling. The minimum say or your comfort and up or Jefferson. So I'm here in a Juman.
And on himself and Atai.
Son, a friend. Minimum a Juma way. Or a taxi driver. Oh. And Debbie, me all one mammy, I am a corporal. No, I was all them never cheer me. See, if you share me, say, me no more cock or bocor. Me can be our man, young. Am I a cheer me, auntie, me sister, I bet you what you more than 6 months. Near them call a man 8 years. Try a man 8 months, 210, near jail me 30 years. See me when you send me menagerie. The mammy shop, not more shop, or shop no good. Me now for phone shop now yet then. It's motor. Me I know me shop.
No way.
ewo koroko ana na me wo ba boy ba ko ana oba no so na we nya like 1 month na chi me ko se de bia na me bonya me mpai no obi enhu se asem ya de to me so ni mu hwe wa ja se ene ya dia tagi me se ene akonfo me ye konfo me so me mo kro no na me madwuma na me ye wa ja se enti obi ba ye adwuma ma wa wonti bi san se adwuma be no ye ansa no ye na adwuma wa me kan bibia e ma je Mr. Bafo bo no po ya de ho ma me o ya de pa e ma me lawyer nyina se de be si na si emraso na me pe ya ni sa
na akɔto ba be sɛ kofi na kwedo ya de ba wo no na nhye da NDC ya de ba wo no o fele sɛ
o me feel up say o ma ye fe o ma hwehwe mo hu sɛ ampa me ni mu hwe e kyerɛ so o sie moto mu obi a sɛ en sɛ de kro ne beto so sɛ yem de so ma hwe wo mo hu sɛ me ni mu bibia ti mu nyina me da waso
nti ne a yɛse kro no be hwe wa lawyer for sɛ bi a almost seeking for some compensation be ma wala
o nyina be depend me lawyer ana me lawyer me born abaso we di actually more than 10 years.
December na work ashre Ghana for
me da Ghana for nyina ase what I say me so me nipa ti me ye masamba system no so me so mahwe mu nsi what I say me hwe mu nsi pa baby am wo nsa won me su ade papa me ye block you da wo what I say ana ye penny for so mo nsa won no penny for officers omo so mo ye good omo hwe asu yi what I say ye OIC ena ye 2IC omo nyina omo ye good 3 so bia ye good omo nem ti pepepe men ni pepa bontin e ko ye djuma e mom de bia me koba omo se me nye ni paponi
etimu nyama ka story no yes it next omo te court ho na omo ka chen kofo so omo nkwa dam dase ni dase na omo dwene omabusua ho paa se enya asem ketwa na yenkwohwe Afenyo ene eye Mahama Ayariga case siye a enam so ema NPP form ye minority for no epie ko ye a omo se omo nka vetting dumadie no ho biom no full video ni no wetimi do comment section send your papa yi ken say to da bi omo ka kire nkofo so omo nkwadam a aya omo dwene omo ma ho because nipa no kwadam no oba sisi ape ne ba no ene ne target a obeba no so no udwene ho say.
This morning, on behalf of the caucus, we hear with a heavy heart, but an unshakable resolve to defend the Constitution of Ghana, protect judicial independence, and uphold the rule of law. We gather to vet a disputed nominee for office of Chief Justice of Ghana.
Himself, because you sat as a deputy speaker. The speaker himself came and recounted the motion and also gave a ruling. So this issue about the propriety or otherwise of whatever happened has been raised on the floor, debated extensively, and a ruling given. The Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except upon a substantive motion. You cannot raise anything about the conduct of a member of the Superior Court of Judicature of this country in Parliament except by a substantive motion. No substantive motion is before us, and so the ranking member has no right, no lawful authority to raise anything about what happened in court, the processes leading to a removal of anybody, and the nomination of anybody. You have no right, pursuant to our rules, to raise those issues. So be guided, because if you raise them, I'm going to object.
The first time a leader in the minority is having this opportunity to make opening remarks. It predates me. From J.H. Mensah's era, he and J.H. Owusu Achampong, all the way to Alban Bagbin, MP for Naudole Kalio, and minority leader as he then was. The videos are there. Hansard is there. Honorable Bagbin had unfettered opportunity to make his political statement on behalf of the minority, and they were not stopped on point of order. It got to Chairman Sabonsu, it got to Harun Edrusu, and recently, my own respected colleague, Dr. Kasiel Atufosen. The records are there. Let's not create a certain impression as if all it is you are majority, so we cannot even say a word. We must have our rights. These are far right. We will state them, and you would also have the opportunity to state them for the record. Please,
now,
let us have...
Refer to the nominee as Chief Justice. The minority objected to the reference to the nominee as Chief Justice and said that he is not a Chief Justice, he is a nominee to the post of Chief Justice, and so you must refer to him appropriately. Or acting Chief Justice, because he's also an acting Chief Justice. And an acting Chief Justice is a Chief Justice. Now, he has referred to the nominee as a disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. You are in court what? Are you in court litigating his nomination? No. Are you in court disputing his nomination? You are not in court challenging his nomination. So to the extent that you are not in court challenging his nomination, there is no dispute about his nomination. If there is a dispute about some other action. So you have no right to look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, pursuant to our own rules, he has to withdraw and apologize to him for referring to him as a disputed nominee when he is not a disputed.
Two opportunities to make a point. Let me respond to
Honorable members, Honorable Minority Leader, listen to what I will have to say.
Okay.
Please proceed and raise your issue. Avoid the use of disputed Chief Justice. Once I do not have a right to refer to him as a Chief Justice, but Chief Justice nominee, let us all observe that rule and refer.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The minority in Parliament objects to and unequivocally condemns the coordinated campaign to subjudicate Ghana's judiciary to political domination. Chairman, the facts speak for themselves.
I object again. I object again.
On the 22nd
I object again.
April,
I object again, Chairman.
On 22nd of April,
I object again.
2025.
Chairman, I object again. I object.
On April 22nd, 2025, Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was suspended as a result of a prima facie determination by the Council of State as contained in the public announcement made by the executive. We, the minority, hold the view that the subsequent committee that was set up under the chairmanship of His Lordship Gabriel Scott Puama to trial the Chief Justice amounted to a travesty of justice.
Chairman.
The removal
our rules are clear. The conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee. And he describes it and the conduct and what the justice did as a travesty of justice. He has raised the conduct of that judge. He has. And the rules are clear. And I can assure you that I will not allow you to breach any inch of the rules today. No inch of the rules will I allow you to breach.
Unless the majority leader intends to frustrate everything that the minority has to say by way of its opinion. When did Parliament reduce to this? Where you have the right to say your own, you are the leader of the House. you have unfettered right to rebut. That is the debate we even have on the floor. When there's a debate, you take note. Where you think you disagree, when it gets your turn, you should also say that the committee's work did not amount to travesty of justice. Simplicity. But this issue of one line, point of order, next line, you are marking, don't say this, don't say that. Where are we heading to? The judiciary criticizes the government and members of the public where they disagree in their ruling. We
Honorable
Minority
Leader, kindly conclude for me.
The work of even
Please
the
conclude for
judiciary.
me. Conclude
So
for me.
I beg you, Leader.
Conclude.
We all agreed, Chairman. You
Conclude.
know.
The majority leader.
Travesty of justice is now.
I have listened to the
an issue we don't.
minority leader. Honourable members, we should be guided by the principles that if there is an issue on the floor of Parliament which has got to do with another who may not have the opportunity to respond to it, such a thing should not be made on the floor. Now, though Justice Gabriel Poma is here in person, at no point will he have the opportunity of responding to any issue raised about him. None of the committee members will have the opportunity here and then to make comment. Therefore, for you jumping into a conclusion to say that their report amount to a travesty of justice without any of them having the opportunity to respond offends our rules. I will consequently order that anything in relating to the committee and Justice Poma should be expunged from our record. That is my...
We hold a view that the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was cloaked in some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Minority Leader, clear that we should refrain from the use of offensive language. We are here for the purposes of vetting. A situation where the process will be used to describe the work of a committee to be opaque, meaning it was done in darkness, is offensive. Therefore, I would order that same be expunged from the record as if it doesn't exist. Honorable Minority Leader, proceed.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect, he raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
we continue.
I hope, Chairman,
to say,
I hope, Chairman, that persistently violating the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently violating the rules of this House.
Chairman,
Honorable Minority Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honorable Minority Leader, if you can hear me out,
yes,
maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not. Go ahead.
Chairman, 7 separate proceedings across 3 jurisdictions our own Supreme Court, the High Court, and the ECOWAS Court of Justice now challenge the constitutional validity of that removal. Not one has been heard on its merits.
Mr. Chairman.
Yet, while these cases remain pending,
Mr. Chairman,
while the very question of whether a vacancy exists remains
Mr. Chairman,
sub
I
judice,
object.
there is a nomination
I object.
to replace.
I object.
I can have the floor.
Araba Isaba Toko.
Honorable Minority Leader, hold it. Majority Leader, you said you object. What are you objecting to?
Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Our rules have.
The minority on this committee is ready to assist you through this process. It is clear to us, however, that consistently there is a grand design to obstruct us, deny us of our right to express opinion on a matter of national discourse. We are clear on our minds what the majority is up to. And Chairman, although we know, and it's a fact, that all of you are of the same stock, we, however, think that we should be heard. All these objections that they are raising here and there has one aim, that the minority must not be heard for posterity. They know that if these views get into Hansard, it will come back and haunt them someday. That is all that they are. I didn't say anything that offends Order 103F. It is very clear what he is up to. Let us be very fair. Let us allow democracy to be at play. They are in the majority, no doubt. They are in majority, no doubt. But they should allow us. I'm responding to, you see, Chairman, what the majority leader is doing is not fair. He raises his issues. You don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours.
Honorable members, order.
When you are talking,
order.
When you are talking, you don't talk about the
on
time.
this note, we will break for cocoa. So it's time for cocoa break.
The majority can proceed with the questions. We do not intend to proceed with any question. We are, however, registering in the strongest terms that we reject the nomination, and the records should reflect that the report of this committee be a majority report. We don't need to vet a nominee before we vote against the nominee. We have preliminary issues well grounded in law. You may disagree with us. And we say that on the basis of that, we cannot be part of a process that would give rights to another and deny another of her bona fide as enshrined in the Constitution. Chairman, that said, we would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room with our views well documented for the records, and on the floor we shall proceed with the debate, further stating our position and take a vote against the nominee as required by the rules of the plenary. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader. But how do you reject a nominee who is yet to be vetted?
Should I respond?
The report is not ready to be voted for. We are not at a stage of approval. So your conclusion is very preemptive.
No, Chairman, let me
respond.
Chairman will respect. Chairman would.
This is not what I want you to respond to.
No, Chairman,
so
but
I don't want your response
Chairman,
on this.
To the extent that you've raised it, I just need to.
Honorable Minority Leader, you have your day.
Chairman,
you have your day. The two microphones should be off.
Chairman,
the two microphones should be off. With all due respect,
we have registered our position.
Honorable Minority Leader,
that we have rejected. We don't need to vet
agreed on your position.
We reject it, and we
agreed on your position. Yes. Yeah. When it is time for voting, then you can vote against the nominee. Yes. So we thank you very much, and we wish you a very good luck. Honourable members.
Why you wish us a good luck? One-sided.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the toothpaste. Bear in mind, this product is not suitable for pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children under 18 years old. Enjoy!
I am Busiafo. So we pair a sifita structure of the and the enough for Hokodom unique laser whiten. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains to be a unique laser whitening product. Ever free summer, come. The Oyan is so befraying. I was 079-9979-2330. Unique laser whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
I was so no bumble here. Nami Papa Mudi, Pro Technologies, and I come from our Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Esa install CCTV cameras in the Sour Ghana and NASA brochure now for Ghana. Now beso CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and then so CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell. Opadia, man yene nane buansu that form. Ni general construction. So pesi si ufi di mau say ya bansoro. Dentia so washasiye na pesi the bow and after na pesi sidima wono woni en eminsa woso nie de wo ni se ye no nyina ne wabochimemu ha ene branch ewa Ghana na eni mo bra wo bre nti so sika fa ensemu a sro bia anim wo dad da edan bi apese osi plan bia and which is so here solar power and abamba ho sensem bia de uni Pro Technologies eminsa woso ye smart home abafo fidie bi apese hye wo fi ana intercom ebi hujuma ene esanso interior decoration yesi ofie na mawo na wa si ofie na pese siesi hodoma wo se eye office ye betwa ho neat ne wo car tracker ana GPS how betimi dia track your car bibia car na nam bia obetima hwe e wo phone so and which is so ton fidie bi na wo ho ko e first install ana ne settings ye beye e ye Ghana office ewo Ashie Adenta Dodoa Road ye ne CBG ene di animhwe for information or WhatsApp +1 401 75 70 300 and +1 401 69 92 254. Pro Technologies, customer satisfaction is our topmost priority.
It's centered on your grace.